the channel. I'm Mr. Sensible. Today we're going to have a look at a channel called Norb's World and some strange theory that looks strangely familiar. Of course, I only do this with the help of my wonderful patrons. I greatly appreciate all my patrons, including new patrons TC Lucas, David Cooley, Blair Sadovitz, Brian Rulke, John Stock, Mike Apple, Jason Downing, Lucky Jack Aubrey, Duranku and Peter Lennox, and my newest patrons Critical Analysis, Justin Neal, Mark Adrisioko, Tom C, John Tomchik and Paul Emro. So Norb's World theory, where have I seen it before? Martin Kenny and his word salad. I don't know if you recall seeing that one with his planets whizzing round with different levels and different discs and goodness knows what. He's the guy who actually started off with his cosmic egg theory and made a sort of Blue Peter sticky tape and tin foil model. And then on his cosmic word salad video, he'd upgraded to computer graphics. I always thought that that was a bit of a jump. Well, it appears this is where the computer graphics came from. So let's let Norb's World tell us about this strange and wonderful theory and see if we can't smash it out of the ballpark.
Welcome to the quick version of the Norb theory. If you guys find this interesting, I urge you to watch the full version. The link's in the description.
And I urge you not to bother.
So, a lot of controversy. Is it flat? Is it round? Are we spinning? Is there curvature? Here's another theory. It kind of mixes both. Ancient Greek, Norse, and Hindu cosmology all focus on an orb as the universe.
Very interesting, if you're interested in the history of that sort of thing. But it wasn't based on science or on evidence, so it doesn't matter what they believed, it doesn't make it true.
And after watching enough flat earth videos and a couple of these, I went down the rabbit hole of the cosmic egg.
Martin Kenny and his construction skills with plasticine, glue, paint and tin foil. I don't think I would call this a theory really, more as an afternoon's entertainment for 8-year-olds.
And after watching Martin's video, shout outs to you bro, I decided to make a 3D version presentation of the whole thing with my own couple spins.
You shouldn't have done that, my friend. By making all those computer graphics, all you did was you encouraged Martin to make more videos.
I urge you to watch his videos too. Links will be in the description. So let's walk through how this universe may have started.
May have started? Well, it may have started like this, as long as you're willing to accept nothing more than bold-ass assertions. But do tell.
Step 1. Out of the void, the Holy Trinity gets created. Birth, life, death.
Bosh! Bold-ass assertion number 1. No evidence.
Repeat. Step 2. The Holy Trinity creates its womb to protect itself from itself, the void.
What? It built a ring to protect itself from itself? I think that's just been pulled out of a ring.
Then the Trinity separates into 3, positive, neutral, and negative.
Why?
Next step, the cosmic vortex is created. This gives us our oscillations, our weather, our currents, our airflow, etc.
The next cheese was created. You seem awfully sure about all this. No one was there at the time. There's no evidence of this. There's not even some sort of holy book describing this. This is just rubbish.
Then, our actual Earth, the rock, a 3-level pyramid on both sides.
A 3-level pyramid on both sides. 2 questions. 1, what makes you think it's a pyramid? We've never seen any of these steps. And 2, How the hell do you know what it's like on the other side if nobody has been there?
We are on the third plane. This gives us our 4 elements of life: air, earth, water, and fire.
None of those are elements. Air is a gaseous mix of nitrogen, oxygen, and so on. Earth is all sorts of materials, metals, silicates, and whatever. Water is hydrogen and oxygen, and fire is not an element. I defy you to show me a beaker full of fire.
Up above, the galaxies and the stars and the firmament are put in place.
Put in place? Are they hanging off something? And why bother? Why not just have a dome with little lights stuck on it, or painted? Why create stars and galaxies that are light years, hundreds of light years, tens of thousands of billions of light years away? All a bit pointless, really.
Next, we have our toroidal fields. These electromagnetic fields protect and separate all the lands. They also oscillate at different speeds.
I assume we can't see these toroidal fields, in which case the only way we would know if they're there is if we measured them. And we haven't, because they're not there. And anyway, why would they oscillate? How would that happen?
Giving us all our rotations of the different planets. Next, the suns and moons are put in place. 3 suns, 3 moons.
And whereabouts are the unicorn farms? Look, you're saying there's 3 suns and 3 moons. The only way you would know that is if someone had seen them. And if they'd seen them, they could take a photo of them. So where is it?
With Mercury in the middle, acting as both a sun and a moon.
Mercury is not a moon, and it's not a sun. It's a small rocky planet, just about 500 kilometers, 600 kilometers bigger across than our moon. Even Venus is hotter than Mercury. It's not a sun.
And there you have it. Earth, the universe, within a multiverse, within a masterverse. We can't get past lower Earth orbit. That's that first toroidal field.
So now we don't go beyond low Earth orbit because of some mythical force field that's acting like a fence that we've never seen or measured. Okay.
To the lands of Mars and Venus. The Antarctic is not the South Pole. The Antarctic is the perimeter around that first toroidal field.
Cool. So it's nice and easy. We'll send an expedition and take some measurements of this field. Okay?
When they say they're going to outer space, it doesn't mean up. It doesn't mean to land on stars. You can't do that.
No, you can't land on stars. The only star we would possibly have access to is the Sun at 93 million miles away. The next one is Alpha Centauri. You ain't going to get there in your lifetime. Don't forget, the stars are superheated balls of plasma. There's no nice rocky surface for you to land on. I think you need to do a bit more reading before you come up with these cockamamie theories, okay?
It means to go outside the perimeter to outer lands. When they talk about alien life forms or other life forms, it means coming from these other lands. So who knows what's beyond those perimeters?
Well, apparently you seem to have some sort of idea.
That could be the land of the aliens. Maybe we're the aliens. Maybe the outer perimeter has even more life forms and resources and inhabitable land.
That's the outer perimeter, is it? What about the outer perimeter? Or the outer perimeter? Nurse!
Maybe some of us already get to go there. One thing's for sure, if this is true, I could see why they'd want to hide it.
Don't worry, I don't think it's true. And if you believe it, I'd be more concerned about hiding the fact that you believe such guff.
The resources on these planes are obviously limited if this is all designed. If there really is a dome above us, and we're stuck here, and we can prove it,
then I'd be bloody amazed.
then the first thing we'll want to do is break out, figure it out. Why is it here? Why are we here? Who built this?
And where do flies go in the winter? And why is the word lisp spelt with an S?
Next, the religions will probably all claim they were right.
True, but I can't imagine a religion that said we're not right being very successful.
Next, chaos, panic. The elite have done a great job at the divide and conquer campaigns over the last generations.
So the elite, Richard Branson, the Koch brothers, Donald Trump, they all knew about this, did they? And over the past generation have kept it hidden from us. Wow.
Now it's down to gender wars, identity wars, regional wars, resource wars, and the most important,
Fight for ad revenue wars.
the war on your mind, body, soul, spirit, perceptions, indoctrination of who you think you should become and what you should spend your life doing. We're not unified, and that's the last thing they want. This scares some people.
Yes, well, some people are scared of teaspoons.
This makes others laugh.
There'd be a lot less people laughing at you if you didn't post this crap on the internet.
They'll continue believing we're spinning on a ball, defying all kinds of logistics.
Defying all kind of logistics. Yeah, how do Amazon deliver in time if the Earth was a sphere?
But okay. The cool thing though is we're having a mass awakening. All the holy books pretty much tell this same story, just giving all the variables and planets and suns and moons their own names and actors and stories to go by.
So all these religions are basically the same, apart from the fact that they're totally different. Nurse!
Being in the arts for the last 25 years, well, my whole life really, but professionally for 25 years, I understand one thing's for sure about music, art, feelings, and this world itself, and that's frequencies and oscillations. And we all come from a sine wave, operate in oscillations and cycles, and so does this planet.
No, sorry, I'm not going to bother.
It breathes, it goes through cycles, it goes through patterns. The suns and moons go through multiple oscillations at the same time. This model also explains lunar and solar eclipses rather easily. Rainbows, color theory, etc. also rather easily.
Explains it rather easily, does it? We just take your word for that, and you're not going to show us.
And you should be oscillating every single day at your full potential. So that if this next life, previous life, we are our own ancestors thing is true, you can ascend in your next lifetime to becoming your own star of stars.
Well, I think it's probably best to leave Norb's world at that point. You've got some beautiful graphics there. You obviously have some incredible skill. Don't just go wasting it digitizing Kenny's recycling pile. It's just not worth it. None of this is true. None of this is evidence. None of this is plausible. Don't waste your life on it. Well, just as with Kenny's word salad, that was another massive bunch of fail. You know, I was thinking about this logo of yours. I think I can fix that for you. There you go. Just give me an address and I'll send you the JPEG. Hope you've all enjoyed it today. Don't forget to like the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Just hit mini-me down in the corner. Remember to hit notification bell. I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Until then, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.